Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages Linked Heroes game. Last episode, Data explored the Mermaid's Cave in the past, and he basically ran into a dead end in the form of a pool of water, deep water, that he can't swim through. In order to swim through that, he's going to need the mermaid suit, which is the item that's available here in the present. Completed all we needed to do in the past, and that will open some doorways here in the present that will allow us, like I said, to get the mermaid suit and finish off the dungeon in the past. That's where the boss and the essence of time are. Luckily, we only have to make one dive, no pun intended, in the present dungeon here. We're able to finish everything we need to do in the present, so it's only the past version of this dungeon that you need to visit twice. So see, some of the non-dungeon is similar, but there are some differences. Like this room right up here, it was basically almost a solid floor. That means there's a bunch of holes in it, but not like this, where the floor is visible. The portion of the floor that's visible is dependent on the color of the orb. The corners are safe spots, so you always just shoot your seed shooter from the corner, and that will seduce savage beasts, and that'll safely reveal where you need to walk. So that Al just gave a quick little secret that those snakes there, they're bordered away from any harm by those red blocks. But you have to defeat them to get that small key to appear. The only way to do that is to use a scent seed. Basically, the snakes will charge toward the scent, they're attracted to the scent, and they'll fall into the pit, and that will cause the flag saying that all the enemies in the room are defeated to trigger and get the key. Speaking of keys, we're going to get another one down here to the south. Before we head back to this room and head up to the north. That room in the past was filled with all those blocks that we had to blow up. We had to blow up the north part of the wall to create the entrance that we're going to be heading up into a little bit later. First, we're going to take care of this little block puzzle. You need to do the yellow or the red first. You always have to do the blue last, though. As you can see, the blue is at the top there, and once you put the block on the blue tile, you won't be able to push it down anymore. So like I said, that forces you to get the red and the yellow first. So like I say, you take care of the red or the yellow first, pretty easy just by pushing the block down and then left or right. Then you just have to do a little bit of manipulation to finish off the other two color tiles. And we get another key. We get another small key yet. In addition to the mermaid suit here in the present, we also have to get the boss key in the present. We got some spinner moves that we're going to have to step on a few different times. Kind of convoluted how we have to set the spinners up. So it's going to require a little bit of backtracking. So we got to go over to the right there, so we now just have it set to spin us over to the right. And we wanted to come down this way because there's a treasure that we have to get up here, another key. Looping around to set that left spinner at the correct position we need it. A little bit of a shortcut here. We don't have to go north all the way in this room because we already got the key, so we can just use the switch hook here to cut down a little bit of walking. climb down to the lower section of the floor here. Put us in line with that spinner. It will take us to basically the mini-boss. It's good that the mini-boss is after these spinners, because when we defeat the mini-boss, that will cause the warp portal to appear. So you won't have to worry about going through that spinner room again and setting the tiles in the proper position to get us back to the beginning. We'll just take the warp here. And mini-boss is our old friend Fire. So we need the box feather eventually. I'm putting on the red ring, so just to reduce the amount of times I have to hit him. So make sure you want him to fight aggressively. If he's just gonna fly around, shoot fireballs at you, see if you try to go after him, he will fly away. You hope that he is aggressive and flies towards you, because that allows you to hit him. And then once you hit him enough times and he splits into two smaller bats, that's why you need the box feather, because you have to jump up and hit him. And I guess the warp will take us back to the beginning. We have some stuff to do at the beginning. But the way the dungeon is laid out pretty nicely, that we can take care of everything in the north here and then finish at the entrance. First I have to solve this little block puzzle. Another timing puzzle. You have the boss on in the second dungeon. This is like the second timing puzzle involving throwing bombs. Finally. I used far too many bombs, but there's some bomb refills over to the right under these pots. So I'm not too worried that I used a bunch of bombs. And with 50 bombs, like, I'm never gonna run out of bombs. And if I did, I can always just use bomb chews. Bet you off-screen loading up on bomb chews. I did that over in Seasons, as I said that word. So we're back at the beginning. Now we can head to the right here. Going to get the compass and the boss key. Fire guys. Never think of that. The Fire Guy song from that old Jim Henson movie Labyrinth, which was just on the other day on TV. So, a little flick. Luckily this dungeon does have a time limit like Sarah faced in that labyrinth. Oh, we got the compass. Down here, this is going to take us to the boss key. And one other treasure chest. The other treasure chest, that was just some rubies, so it's not really important to get. But like I said, 100% of the game, I want to be able to show off at the end the map with everything full, empty. All the rooms colored the blue. No treasure chest visible on the map. Show off my horrible, horrible luck. It won't be the first time I show off horrible luck in this episode. Test your luck. So basically you just have to grab one of these handles, pull it, and hope that a treasure chest appears. It's just a 50-50 shot. Either a treasure chest will appear or 4 snakes will appear. And before you can pull the switch again, you have to defeat all the snakes. And you can pull the switch again where the snakes are out there, but it won't trigger either more snakes or the treasure chest to appear. And this is why I don't gamble. So yeah, about time. I don't even play the lottery. Actually, the only time I played the lottery was the office used to have an office pool when like the Powerball would be like over $1 million. 10 or 12 of us that pooled like $10 every time, and we had it all set up that if one person would get the prize and get the lump sum, pay the taxes, and then divide the remainder up equally. We had contracts signed up and everything. If we won money but not enough to pay us back the $10 we put in, we would just use that. Say 12 of us put in $10 in, and we only won $90. Well, that $90 would then go into the next time the pool played, and just give us more opportunities for tickets. So I just gambled the office pool. Then we ended up getting a new boss, and gambling was put on ice. It was basically told we couldn't do it anymore. Probably because the boss knew that if we hit, like half the workforce would be gone, the next day. So I work in the government. Government hiring is a very long process. So there's the map. As you can see, all the treasure chests are opened. You also saw that the map looks like a mermaid. And here we can put our mermaid suit to use by diving into this deep water, getting a ring. And here's another example of my terrible, terrible, terrible bad luck. We have a maple encounter here in a terrible screen because, first of all, it's not a lot of places to have stuff fall. Now, what makes it even worse is she drops the heart container. And there's basically no hope of me getting that heart container because, one, she was closer to it, and two, even if she wasn't closer to it, I had that warp tile. I played the warp song already, which means that portal would have prevented me from reaching the heart container. So, well, we have plenty of more times to go hunting for that heart container piece from the After this dungeon, we'll be able to do like a little mini quest, I guess you'd call it. We'll end up unlocking the final tune of the harp that lets you go from present to past. So basically negates the other two songs. So you don't need a warp tile anymore to go from the present to the past, and it also functions just as the other one that takes you from the past to the present. So it's the only song you'll ever need anymore. And there's a lot of tiles that you couldn't reach in the mountains. In the past, that you had to work from the present to. So when we unlock those tiles on the map, on the overworld map, we'll be hanging out in the mountain and probably run into Maple a few times there. Let's finish off these sneaks. The dark pits there, they're basically pits. They basically function as pits if there was no water in here, where if you fall down them, you would basically be warped to the beginning of the room, lose a little bit of life. Just avoid them. Not too bad in those areas there, but there's a few future dungeons where this is, I think, of level 8. Where you gotta do some pretty precise swimming around holes, and you also be being forced along by the current. So, also the mermaid suit, as you can see, it forces you to put your sword in the A slot. Like I said, I defaulted to the B slot, but when you're in the mermaid suit, the only time you can use an item is the only item you can use is the one that's attached to the A slot. Like I said, I normally usually hit the A button to swim faster when you have the Zoro's flippers. But now, with the mermaid suit, you swim faster just by tapping the control pad multiple times. The B button is used for diving, so that forces you to use the A button for an item. So let's head on up. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to go through this room again because I get caught by one of these wall masters. Yeah, I messed up. Lucky it doesn't take us back too far. So get a little over aggressive there and swim a little too late. And so that means you're gonna have to spend a little bit more time with Data here in this dungeon, but it's almost done. We just have a small little section to go through. Another underwater section. But then pretty much after that underwater section is the boss. He's kind of like a King Octobot almost. Push this pot. Be a little bit more careful this time. This room. Spawns. And thankfully in the past here, there's only one of these spinners. I wonder who put the second one in over all those centuries. I made this really convoluted. Just you had to do that extra walking around. That spinner just wasn't there. Nice, but oh well. That's one complaint about the dungeon design. That's my only complaint. And they did a good job. Another rupee chest here. Swim past these arrows. Swim past these snakes. And now I'm gonna have to switch to the sword to get these snakes. Let's hope we just get a switch hook. So we're gonna need one last puzzle to solve over here. To get the final key. It's going to require moving all these diamond blocks onto the tiles, the gold tiles. Doesn't matter which go where, just as long as at the end all the tiles are covered. Go. Now there's our last key. We open a block. Room that we have to use another key to enter. Let's swim on back. Like I said, we're basically at the end of the dungeon. Once we unlock that door where we dove into, we just have one more room and then we'll be in the boss room. Up, unlock this door, solve a small little puzzle in this room. It's going to require the Cane of Samara. I'm going to step on this block, step off, then put a block on it with the cane. That angles the little switches here in the proper direction. You can hit the tile, the orb with the scent seed. Hit the bridge. Go fight the boss. So with the red ring and level 3 sword, it's pretty easy. Every time you hit him, he will switch. He'll go from above water to below water. And with the red ring, level 3 sword, you only have to go through 3 phases. And we finish him off. When he's above water, though, you have to basically wait until he turns around. His mouth is exposed. And there we have a completed map for the past. And now we got the 6th Essence of Time. Only 2 more to go. But getting to the 7th is going to take quite a while. There's a lot to do. starting with what the Mako Tree is going to tell us right here. Data, great news. Queen Amber has just left the palace. Now is your chance. This may be the only opportunity to save Naru. You know, we're just going to have to go save Naru. So let's make a quick save right here. And then I will see you in the next episode to go save Naru. Take care, have a good one. Thanks for following along. Bye.